Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. Today we will design a cool earrings with bargain bead box subscription for this month. So I pulled out some the rhodonite and the rose quartz 6 millimeter, the plain ones. I just took 8 of those and then two of these the roundels that we got, that as well. So I took those, and then on another channel called Jewel School, I think I saw this earrings and it was so cool. I know there is illusion necklace and this is illusion earrings per se, so it's transparent. I have here a couple of options here, and that was done with Sublimax as well, but Sublimax is different. Like it has a monofilament illusion cord, as well as this one is clear transparent, and they have it in white blanco, which is kind of fun, I would say. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not. This is the white blanco one, and this is like a illusion cord, the plain one. So I made earrings on both, and then I figured out there is different, kind of diameter too for the cord. That also plays an important role. And as you can see here, this is clear, more clear. I hope the camera is picking it up. There we go. So this is more clear, and it's 0.012 inch or 30 millimeter. This is 25 millimeter. This is thinner, and I wanted to use this first because I thought this one is fun to work with, but this one is thicker. If you are buying Sublimax for the first time, I would suggest buy in 0.30 mm rather than 25 mm, because we are going to crimp this, and I'm not so sure this earrings you can use heavier. I don't think so you can use heavier beads in this, and I also limited my beads because I'm a little bit scared and I don't want to sell these or give it as a gift because it might break. So I want to try it on my own first, and then I want to see if it lasts and it doesn't go, it doesn't fall or it doesn't break, kind of something like that, and then only I would do anything like that. I designed two pairs of earrings, which is very pretty. As you can see, these are freshwater pearls from my stash, and these are multicolor, and the size is also all different. And I pulled out all the colors. I put some coordinating colors, and then I designed this, which I really like it. And I used gold crimp tubes here. You can use the size 1 crimps, that will be the perfect. And I think there is no size crimp written on this, but normally in bead string wire the size will be written, but you want a smaller size crimp. Doesn't matter it's a tube or a bead crimp, smaller size crimp. So I designed this for the bargain bead box, and you can leave this like you can cut it a little bit closer and then leave the rest on the earring itself. And then I really like both the earrings. This is also my favorite, and this one too. So I wanted to show you guys how to make this. Please do make and then see how it comes together. It's very pretty. It looks like as if the beads are hanging in the air, but actually there is a cord in the earrings. So this is the earrings that we are going to make here. I need a wire guardian. I'm using a wire guardian because you can use a clamshell as well, but wire guardian is straightforward for me. So I have a wire guardian right here, and then I have instead of pulling out a stainless steel ear wire, I thought a copper one would match very nicely, and it looks pretty here as well, as you can see in the sample. So I pulled out a rose gold ear wire, not copper, and then this is what I'm gonna do. And then I use this 0.25 millimeter. So that's what I'm gonna use here. But as I said, I just cut about, say, this much, not much. Let me measure this for you guys. I cut about say 6 to 8 inches, 8 inches here for this earring. That is more than enough. And then what I did was I started putting this through the wire guardian. So put it on both the holes, and then okay, it's a very delicate. Doesn't matter like which side is long or short. If you want, you can even add your ear wire through this one side of the wire and come up through the wire guardian and keep it that way. Okay, and then what you can do is you can just put a bead stopper. It's optional on one end, and on the other end you can load the beads. So I have here some crimp tubes. I dumped it on my bead mat, and then I'm gonna string all my beads. First goes the roundel, the smallest bead. You can do any color you want. You can do any beads you want as long as it's not heavy. I wouldn't suggest. Okay, so first load the roundel and then a crimp tube. So we have to alternate between the beads and the crimp tube. First a bead and then a crimp tube, or crimp bead in your case, then a bead and a crimp tube. So I have pulled out some, then again a bead, a crimp tube, then so I pulled out this light color and a darker color. First I will go, it's like a gradient color kind of a thing, so the color gets darker and darker. That's what the effect I'm going for. But I have a limited resource. As you can see, I'm using the beads from the box. So and finally the darker bead, the rhodonite, and then a crimp tube as well. So first what I would do is, after I load all the beads here just like that, I would just crimp this final one first, leaving a short tail. Okay, just I am using flat nose pliers for this because of the fact that it has a bigger area, circumference is bigger to crimp, because we are going to flat crimp. We are not using crimping pliers or so for this project, and that's why I wanted that flat nose pliers. And then what I do is, since I did this earring as a sample, so I'm keeping this as a guide to make this one. If you are not doing that, first time you can do it as you want and then go ahead with it. So I did that. So what I will do is I will push all the beads like this. If you pull, everything comes towards the crimp tube, otherwise you can see it goes up. So here I will keep it like this and keep that as a guide to go ahead and crimp the rest of the beads right here. So here we go. I push this a little bit and then go ahead, take my flat nose pliers, just put it like vertically here, hold the crimp where it needs to be and just crimp it, just like so. Now push that bead. See, it's not crimped properly, that's why it's moving. So you move it down. Okay, so you can eyeball it. I did eyeball it the first time. There we go, that's done. So keep this as a guide. You don't have, it doesn't have to be exact, but if you want to, you can measure it and do it as well, but I just eyeball it. There we go. Once I have that ready, I go ahead, put my flat nose pliers just like that and crimp it. I'll just go a little bit closer so you guys can see better. Just pull that down and go ahead. Crimp that, pull that bead down, and then finally that one with the roundel. There we go. So now if you hold this and pull this wire all the way up here, you have one side which is done. We need to do the other side. So now the distance also matters. There we go. That's the distance I want to keep. So now I take this bead stopper off and then load the beads this side as well. The roundel, a crimp tube, rose quartz, a crimp tube, rose quartz, crimp tube, then a rhodonite lighter color, then a crimp tube, a rhodonite, crimp tube. So once you're done with that, I will move all the crimp tubes which is over here and I'll pop it in the place. So now we have this, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and fix that distance of the first. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I want this roundel just below the other one, so I'm just going to take it, eyeball it and crush it. Now it is below, so now this is as well. Right, I just want this in the middle. That comes down and this one comes there and Finally, the last one. As you guys can see, I just eyeballed it. I'm not worried about it being, but as you can see, it came out perfectly. There was no problems whatsoever. So just want these beads to sit between those other ones and don't want to be right next to each other. That is also a design option if you want right next to each other. Also, it has no barrier on the design. It will look pretty. As you guys can see, these two look pretty and pretty much the same, and that's what we want. I really like the way these turned out to be. It's very pretty. Nice earrings, long earrings for the evening or so. I hope you guys like this video too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to make with acrylic beads or beads with lighter weight, so it'll be really nice and elegant. Plus this will hold the weight. Freshwater pearls is not that heavy, but the gemstones is a little bit heavy. That's why I chose only very few and 6mm as well. So I hope you guys will give it a try. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.